The two Lee Harvey Oswalds. Is there DNA evidence? The first 13 slides trace the history of the two Oswald conspiracies. Slide 14 starts the 2017 DNA evidence, and you'll hardly believe how simple it is. The two Oswald theories have been around at least since Richard Popkin published his book The Second Oswald in 1966. Then in 1976, Michael Eddowes published How They Killed Kennedy in England, and the same book under the title of The Oswald File in the USA, as parts of a JFK trilogy. These books contended that a Russian assassin had been substituted for the real Lee Harvey Oswald after his defection to the Soviet Union. Eddowes' arguments convinced Dr. Linda Norton, Assistant Dallas County Medical Examiner, and Marina Oswald. Dr. Norton obtained copies of Oswald's military, medical and dental records in anticipation of a possible exhumation. On September 17, 1981, the Court of Appeals dismissed the objections of Robert Oswald, that's the brother of Lee Harvey Oswald, paving the way for the exhumation to take place. On October 4, 1981, at the Rose Hill Burial Park in Fort Worth, Texas, the body of Lee Harvey Oswald was exhumed in order to verify the remains. The resultant autopsy showed that the body was indeed that of Lee Harvey Oswald. Two forensic odontologists, Drs. Catone and Sofa, charted the complete dentition independently. A positive dental identification was made. A news conference was held about 3 p.m. to announce the findings of the team. Dr. Linda Norton said, "We independently and as a team have concluded beyond any doubt, and I mean beyond any doubt, that the individual buried under the name of Lee Harvey Oswald in Rose Hill Cemetery is in fact Lee Harvey Oswald." But conflicting evidence from mortician Paul Grudy and proven errors in Dr. Norton's report raised new objections. Then in the 1980s, W.R. Morris and Robert Cutler added the book Alias Oswald to the list of the two Oswald books. Currently, the most prominent of the two Oswald theories is by John Armstrong. This claims that two people for about 10 years lived as Lee Harvey Oswald. One was the son of Marguerite Oswald, who was born in New Orleans and grew up in Fort Worth, born as Lee Harvey Oswald, and who preferred to be called Lee. And the second, perhaps a Russian or a Hungarian boy, with physical similarities to Lee, was planted by the CIA at age of about 11 to 13, and began living a parallel life as Lee's double. He preferred to be called Harvey. This Oswald, the plant, is set up and left as the patsy, while the other Oswald, the son of Marguerite, working for the CIA, gets away, his existence and involvement unsuspected. Both youths were manipulated at an early age in an American intelligence operation in order to give a US identity to a Russian-speaking child. It was Harvey who travelled to Russia and was shot dead by Jack Ruby. It was Lee who was the real killer and who framed Harvey for the assassination of JFK. The existence of two Oswalds should be simple to prove. All that would be needed is conclusive evidence showing Oswald at place X and valid evidence showing the second Oswald at place Y simultaneously, or photographs of the two which are provably different. But this hasn't happened. What if we could compare the DNA of both Lee Harvey Oswalds? Well, simply we can. What's more, this story's been told. All theories state that the Lee Harvey Oswald born to Marguerite Oswald in New Orleans in October 1939 was not the man who went to Russia and was shot by Jack Ruby and then buried at Rose Hill Burial Park in Fort Worth, Texas. Lee Oswald, born to Marguerite Oswald, had a half-brother, John Pick, 7 years older than Lee. and a full brother, Robert Oswald, 5 years older than Lee. Their children, Lee Oswald's nieces and nephews, bear DNA related to this Lee Oswald. The Harvey Oswald, who was substituted in Russia, or was the CIA patsy, went to Russia in 1959 and married Marina and produced 2 daughters. These children bear the DNA related to this Harvey Oswald. The question is, do they have different DNA? The first Lee Harvey Oswald has brothers John and Robert, and they produced the nieces and nephews related to Lee Harvey Oswald, who will bear DNA related to him. The Lee Harvey Oswald, who was substituted for the original and married Marina, produced 2 daughters, and their DNA will be related to this Oswald. This comparison's been done in a new novel called The Other Man. It's a novel called The Other Man by John Thatcher, available in hard copy or ebook from Lulu. And there's the website contact, or you can just email me. Enjoy.